A dangerous area. The whipped cross is blocked. He'll get another chance at it.
That's beautiful.
Drogba at the back post. Green time header. Donnarumma with a great save.
Another chance? No.
Big chances going missing for Emre Yilmaz, Grav.
Yeah, now he has time to build up. He's going to look for the pass to Pirlo, and that's beautiful from Pirlo. Drogba in a 1v1 situation.
Levi Finn to put himself in the eChampions League Grand Final. He has been flawless in the second half.
And every single time.
Talked about the game from the FC Pro Open semi-finals. Very wide scoreline. We could be looking at another one here from Emre Yilmaz in another semi-final.
It could be 8 goals. I mean, if he doesn't stop attacking.
He's not going to. He's going to keep going forward.
And with these passes from Pirlo, come on! They are beautiful. And the bump is through again.
Just waiting for a little bit of support. There it is in the form of Pirlo, but good defending.
And Emre knows it's just too much. 10 minutes left, 4 goals. But you gotta go for the constant press, because you gotta be at least try.
Every swing, every point, every match is an opportunity to make history. No matter the location, the objective is the same. This is how champions are made. Deny the upset. Earn the win. Keep going. They will not quit, and neither will we. The WTA lives on your home of champions.
Couch with her, it's the one and only Ruud Gullit. He will be with Man for the grand final. If you've got any questions for Ruud, a true icon in every sense of the word, get them in the chat right now. We'll be picking a few out and we'll be asking Ruud your questions during our grand final. Get those questions in. 3 minutes left to play, but I think it's just too little too late as the headset comes off.
It's too late. I'm sure Ruud is going to be happy with that goal, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Emre makes it back with a beautiful pass into Cafu. He wins the header, and he didn't get himself with that green time shot, but unfortunately for him, it's too late.
Too little too late for Emre Yilmaz. We will have a new eChampions League winner. A new name on that trophy.
This is going to be a replay of the British Bundesliga champion with Johnny winning the title. This is going to be Levi Finn taking his revenge. We're going to see it in a few minutes, but talking about this performance, what a ball by Pirlo again.
True defending champion here. He has fought extremely well and extremely hard, Emre Yilmaz. To even be in this situation, you don't get an auto-invite just because you're the winner. You've got to qualify, you've got to prove your worth. Talk to us a little bit about Emre Yilmaz and what a player he is. He's got a big season left to play as well. With the World Championships right around the corner.
He was a semi-finalist in the runner-up in the Eredivisie, and now he's a semi-finalist in the Champions League as well. So I mean, he's been consistent. Maybe it's his time for a World Championship title. He's knocking on the door,
and he will be there. However, the Champions League final won't have his name associated with it. It will be Levi Finn of RB Leipzig.
Two against Emre. So I do think in this position between Johnny, just considering 2 goals against Matti, and considering just 6 goals in the whole competition, we're probably going to see a battle of the best defenders at the moment.
I can't wait. I simply cannot wait to see what is coming up in our grand final. And I want to hear from you at home. During the break, there's going to be a poll running for who you think will be the eChampions League winner. Will it be Johnny or will it be Levi Finn? Let your thoughts and feelings and vote be counted in that poll. It's running in the break. We'll bring up the results when we get back. But Grav, the final, it's right around the corner. What are your sort of early thoughts before we hear from Levi Finn?
I think Levi's going to change the formation, probably, because he saw Matthias with a 4-2-2, was confident enough. But I think he's going to have ghosts in his mind coming into a match in which a couple of months ago he lost. But he definitely has grown up as a player. Let's see what happens in the final. Yeah, make sure that vote gets counted. It will be going up very shortly indeed, and the poll will be running. Also, one final ask for questions. If you've got anything to ask Ruud Gullit, he will be sat and stood right here in the commentary position. Any questions for Ruud, get them in the chat, and we will ask him your most important questions. Let's head down with the man of the moment, FG, joined with Levi Finn.
Yes, thank you very much, Levi. Wow, what a performance against the holder of the eChampions League. Talk me through that one.
Yeah, of course, I'm really happy that I can beat him, but first of all, I don't want to speak about myself. I just want to say crazy. Emre is a really crazy player. It's crazy that he reached the top 4 again after he won the eChampions League last year, and he's not just a good player, he's a really nice guy. I just want to say that, yeah, but of course I'm really happy that I can beat him at the end.
Yeah, you should be really happy to be in the final, and the man that you're playing in the final you know so well. As mentioned on the commentary before, a few months ago, it was defeat. Is that going to be playing on your mind at all in preparation?
Yeah, I don't want to lie, of course it's in my mind. I lose 8-1 against him, I got no chances in the Virtual Bundesliga and the German Championship final. Of course it's in my mind, but I know it's a new tournament, it's a new mode, different cards, different days, so I'm looking forward to it.
I want to talk to you about Andrea Pirlo. It seems like every time you're in and around the box, you're always looking for Andrea Pirlo to create things, and he didn't disappoint.
I love him, really I love him. I just picked him in week 1, and yeah, he scored so many goals, he assisted so much. I think the 3rd or 4th goal to R9, it's just because Pirlo got these triangle playstyle plus playstyle. Yeah, he's the GOAT in my team.
Well, congratulations, you are in the final of the eChampions League. We'll be seeing you very soon. Let's head to Rachel at the host desk.
I'm actually up here on the stage, FG, just behind you. I mean, what a semi-final we just had. I kind of teased you, didn't I, that anything can happen here at EAFC, and especially on the eChampions League. We write these scripts just so we can kind of throw them over our shoulder. They go out the window, that is for sure, because that's exactly what happened just there in the semi-finals. Nobody expected that. 2 German players in our grand final. Of course, we started here, didn't we, only a couple of hours ago with 8 players. Now we have whittled them down to our final 2, our grand finalists. They'll go home with $50,000 US, and the winner will take home a very cool $75,000 US and this trophy here. It is going to be electric. Sit in your seats, stay where you are at home. The grand final of the 2024 eChampions League is coming your way after this break.
Every swing, every point, every match is an opportunity to make history. No matter the location, the objective is the same. This is how champions are made. Deny the upset, earn the win, keep going. They will not quit, and neither will we. The WTA lives on your home of champions.
Sauter plus haut, courir plus vite, lancer plus loin, battre plus fort pour s'approcher un peu plus près d'un centimètre, d'un centième, d'une touche, du plus convoité des objets jamais créés, d'or, d'argent ou de bronze, mais avant tout de Paris. En son centre, imaginé par Paris 2024, un véritable morceau de Tour Eiffel. Un hexagone, serti à la manière d'une pierre précieuse, met en lumière un savoir-faire unique. Son rayonnement donne vie au symbole de la victoire et fait briller 100 ans plus tard le retour des Jeux Olympiques et Paralympiques à Paris. Transmettre la fierté d'une ville, d'un patrimoine, d'un pays tout entier pour illuminer une nouvelle fois la ville lumière et le cœur des plus grands athlètes. En 2024, le rêve est un bijou et Paris en est l'écrin. Paris 2024 et LVMH sont fiers de vous présenter les médailles des Jeux Olympiques et Paralympiques de Paris 2024, designées par la Maison Chaumet.
We've been taught that to be the best, you gotta train like the best. You gotta go where the best goes. You gotta play the best. For the best moments are found here. For the fight, for the heart, for each other, for the game. The WTA on your home of champions.
We watch for the players. We watch for the goals. We watch for the memories. And the memories last forever. We watch matches from Arsenal and Manchester City every week on SportsMax and SportsMax 2 and relive the stories, the defeats, the triumphs. Your memories live here on your home of champions and on the SportsMax app. Stay connected when you stream on the SportsMax app.
To our grand final now of the eChampions League. This is what we have been waiting for weeks now. We started at the beginning of May, Ryan, with the groups, then the knockouts a week later, and now we are here. We're building up for this. 2 players remain, and not particularly the players we thought would be here, FG.
Not the players we thought would be here, but 2 players that completely deserve to be here based on their performances today. Unbelievable.
Yeah, we spoke at the analysis board about Levi Finn and how obviously he has that level to get up to. I didn't think he would win, I'll be honest. He surprised me, not just winning, but the way he won as well in a resounding way. It was an unbelievable performance from him.
How did he change that level up from what we have seen of him? Not maybe in the groups, because he did top the group, and he had Nicholas there, a former ECL champion as well, but the fact that he just managed to go under the radar.
Yeah, it's a weird one because, as we said, I saw him earlier on this season in the virtual Bundesliga. We spoke about Anders not being here, and that's because Levi Finn defeated him in that stage to make this competition. And again, he upped his level in that game, and he done it again against Emre Yilmaz.
What is it about these German players at the moment? The fact that they're just bringing the level all the time, and the fact that we're not talking about the likes of Umit, a world champion, and Anders. We're talking about Johnny and Levi Finn.
We're talking about RB Leipzig as well, by the way. What an incredible lineup RB Leipzig have got. And then Johnny as well. Yeah, I mean, we see the bracket on the screen. And, I mean, everybody who's watching this today, if they'd have predicted this final, hats off to you, because I thought it was a certainty Emre was going to beat Levi. And the way Levi got that job done was sensational. And then on the other semi-final, I thought Matti was going through. I don't know about you, Ryan. I thought Matti was guaranteed to win that. But what a performance by Johnny.
No, Johnny is unbelievable. If I'm not incorrect, I believe it would be 23 games unbeaten since the virtual Bundesliga started, including this competition as well. So domestically and in European competitions, he's yet to lose a game. It just shows the level that he's playing at, and he beat Levi Finn 8-1 in the final. He spoke about that. It's a different competition, different players, different squads, so maybe that could pan into it, but it must be a mental challenge for Levi Finn coming into it as well.
Before we go so deep on this final, can we have a word on Emre Yilmaz? We all thought he was going to go all the way and create history and become the only player to go back-to-back in the ECL. What do you think happened in that? Why wasn't he able to get over the line?
I'll be honest, I don't know. Sometimes you just play a player that just played better than you on the day. It's one game, best of one, 9-minute halves, and you play against an opponent that's capable of beating you like Levi Finn, and it just happened for him on that day. That's it.
Emre Yilmaz is inevitable. He'll be here again. He'll be in this position again. He'll win many things again in his career. It's just one of those things, like Ryan said. Hats off to your opponent, but Emre's been sensational.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, we had a similar kind of matchup, I'm going to say, a little bit earlier on today. Two players that know each other really well. We had Emre taking on Manu. This is a similar kind of matchup. Maybe they're not best of friends, but they know each other's game.
Yeah.
With that in mind, what's going to happen out there?
What's going to happen here is I'm going to pass it back to you.
Because my predictions have been shocking.
I honestly have no idea how to call this one.
You don't have to call it if you don't want to. We've got something else that I can go to.
Yeah, we'll just move on. Let's ask the people watching at home.
These two can sit on the fence because we do have a very special guest in the house, as Rich said. We have a two-time European Cup winner in the form of Ruud Gullit there, and he's giving a team talk to these guys.
In the flesh.
What on earth is he saying? He's been there, he's done it. What would he be saying?
Whatever he's saying, listen, lads, because that is a legend of the game, a legend of FC. I put him in an SBC by mistake this season.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, if you need any motivation before a game, speak to Ruud Gullit, eh, Ryan?
Yeah, exactly. He's someone that obviously we've used for years in our squad, so it's good to see him in person again at the eChampions League final, giving a motivational talk to both of the finalists, and as you said, no better person.
What a legend.
What does he add as well to the players' game when they put him in his team?
Oh, everything. Yeah, we've seen it over the years, how dominant he's been.
Yeah.
We've even seen him up front this year. Playing in at right back and centre back. He played every single position, so yeah, he's a great player in game.
And Ruud Gullit has been here before. He knows this special occasion. Obviously, he had one of his Team Gullit chaps, Emre Yilmaz, win last year. He got to give him that trophy. You know, what do you think draws? I can see him up there. I'm getting excited. He's going to do some commentary for us. What do you think draws these players as well to the game, to the Champions League?
You mean the players competing?
Like a Ruud Gullit who comes
Oh, of course,
here.
yeah. Just being able to see. Obviously, it's different from the actual game of football itself. There's similarities in the sense that it's the same tournament, a similar structure, but obviously overseeing it. And obviously with him, he's got his own sort of team and his know-how in the game already. So for him, it's a little bit easier to tap into the virtual world we have.
You know, he's just up there.
Yeah, just up there.
That's pretty cool, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Richard Buckley's giving us a wave. We'll get to you in a minute.
Can we get a wave of...
We'll get to you in a minute. Oh, Ruud's giving us a wave.
Yeah, there you go.
He's so invested in the game. Like I mentioned, he's got Team Gullit. He loves this. It's kind of that thing of if you can't make it on the real pitch, second best is definitely this virtual pitch here. Well, we mentioned we have these two German players in our grand final, and we asked you guys as well, didn't we, to vote for who you thought was going to win. We had over 1,000 people vote. Should we look and see who they went with? Oh, come on, that's a trick, surely. 50-50, they're on the fence like you two.
Hold on. Last vote has to come from you then.
Yeah, so who...
Go with the facts here. He could go 23 games unbeaten. Johnny, 22 games unbeaten under his belt.
But this is a final,
I'm not silly, FG. I'm not silly. I'm going with facts.
Okay.
I like it. I like that. I like the thought process between. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Right, enough of us, enough of who we think. They're not going to give you an answer. I'm going with Johnny. I know I shouldn't. I should very much be on the fence here, but I'm excited for this, and I think you can tell. Right, FG, this is going to be special. Guys in the audience, make some noise. This is our grand final. This is going to be epic. Right, guys, enjoy this one. Ruud, take it away.
The German giant discontinues his rampage with drop at the front post. There it is!
I'm very confident for the final. I hope I can lift the trophy in the air.
To send himself into an eChampions League. He's on that!
And what we've got here is a fascinating game.
Levi Finn is cruising his way to an eChampions League grand final. Well, here we go. eChampions League grand final time. And of all the players that have come in, it's between two Germans from two Bundesliga clubs. They played earlier on this year in the virtual Bundesliga grand final, where there was one clear winner. This, Richard Buckley, is the ultimate time for a bit of revenge, potentially. It certainly is. 8-1. Johnny beat Levi Finn 7 weeks ago. Now, Levi Finn has the opportunity with RB Leipzig to exact revenge in the most brutal way possible. And we've got a very special guest.
Oh, we do, don't we?
Last year in Istanbul, we were together as a trio. They've got us back again.
for another eChampions League final. Ruud Gullit, welcome to the eChampions League. How are you, my friend?
I'm very well. A little bit disappointed my player Emre didn't reach the final, but you learn from your defeats.
But you're saying that, as me and Richard were speaking to you before the game, obviously gutted for the Gullit lads,
yes.
But you said it was a great opportunity for those players to learn and to come back stronger.
Yes, because the thing is, yeah, the opposition is not sitting still. It's always more difficult to win the second time. This is what happened. And what I noticed also, that Levy was the only one who didn't touch the cup before it.
Really?
Yes.
Is that a sign?
No player, no football player will touch the cup before he wins it. So therefore, let's see if there's still a jinx on it. Yeah, but they never touch it. So he was the only one who, and I think he did it on purpose. He didn't want to touch it.
You must have had some times during your career where you've played against a team, they've beaten you, and then you get a chance to play them again.
Yes.
How important is it to learn, as you were saying, from that last game and bring different strategies, maybe a different technique, maybe just the revenge, make it personal?
Yes, but you have to study your position. They're not sitting still. That's in football as well. Sometimes you have to adjust yourself on what the opposition is doing, to take advantage of that. And don't always think that you can play your own game plan and you win. So therefore, these players were excellent. Levy, I saw the last game, was an excellent game. He pushed a lot forward, so therefore it was very difficult for Emre to get out. But I have one thing to ask.
Go on.
The penalty. Yeah. Johnny, what was that? It looked like a block of Cafu. And I asked Johnny himself. He says, yes, I thought the same.
Foul's a foul, mate. I don't make the rules.
Right.
We just follow him.
I want to see VAR. I want to see VAR.
We'll be speaking about this all day long. Something else that's rather interesting is, remember, the winner of this game will get their own SBC on FC24 Ultimate Team. And Ruud, it's any icon of their choice to come into the game as an SBC for any player to get into their team. Who should they be choosing as the icon?
It's easy. It's myself, of course. I'm a good player in the game.
We know you're a good player in the game.
I'm an all-round player.
I don't know. Philip Lau's pretty good.
Yes, Vieira is good as well.
Vieira?
Okay. If not you, who should...
Vieira.
Vieira.
Yeah, good player.
If not Vieira.
Oh my God.
Just ticking a list here.
Yeah, it depends on what you want to do, attack or not. I think that Maldini is very good.
Yeah, what a player. Not had too many items. I mean, R9 is always one that is just...
Because nowadays, you can see with the game, it's changed. A lot of crosses,
yep.
And people head the ball in. That was, before that was almost impossible to do. So now you can see. So you need R9.
Miroslav Klose.
Ooh, yes.
There you go, big man.
Big man. Get somebody big in there.
Well,
and by the way, Johnny is big.
Yeah, he is. It makes you look small.
He's taller than me.
Let us know at home who you would choose for that SBC. As we said, our eChampions League winner will get to choose it, and we'll get to have their own item in the game. Last year, of course, Emre Yilmaz had Kaka, which wasn't a bad item at all. And we'd love to hear from you at home as well. I mean, Richard said it perfectly. They played 2 months ago. 8-1 game.
Yes.
Got to put it to the back of your mind, haven't you?
That's why I asked Levy. He said, look, I want a sort of revenge. And of course, I hope to do well. He had an easier game today, but these two know each other very well. And it's also unique, 2 German teams in the final.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the last time we had the real-life Champions League,
yep.
It was Dortmund and Bayern Munich in the London, grand final, at Wembley. So in the eChampions League this year, it's Paderborn and RB Leipzig. Johnny's been unbeaten since he won the club championship all the way back. I think it was March, April time.
But he touched the cup.
You're really sticking by this, aren't you, Ruud?
I stick it. Yeah, I stick it because it's you don't do that. So therefore, we're gonna see if he jinxed it, and let the best one win. This is the final. We're all waiting for this, and let the best man win. And I was impressed with Levy. Let's see if he can do it again.
I think we want to see a great game. We don't want to see an 8-1. We don't want to see a huge scoreline.
No,
we want to see a competitive game.
Tight game. We want to see skills also. That's the most important thing. These players are getting better and better and better.
And something else that you might want to see, Ruud, is your in-game item on FC24. Just to remind you of how good you are in the game. Where do we start? I mean,
I was a little bit, disappointment with pace.
Were you quicker than 90?
I was quick.
You've got 91 pace, that's fast.
No, I was a little bit faster than that.
The play styles.
And the funny thing was, I was very good in defending. I was an original defender.
Well, you've got anticipate, so you can get to the ball.
Yes, that
bruiser,
is okay.
get in the shoulder in.
Look, I cannot moan. I am very happy with my icon. That's the reason I have a second career now because of my icon. And the young kids, they don't even have ever heard of me. They go on YouTube and they say, was not bad. And so that's why the younger guys know me. And so therefore, I promoted also with my own team Gullit, promote the game. We have some excellent talents. Also today we had 2 in the last round. So I'm very pleased with what eGames and what EA is doing with the game.
I think when you look at your team as well in Team Gullit, the players, the way that it's ran, the coaches,
yes,
it's all to the elite. I mean, even now content creation, you're making a splash on TikTok and on social media, so
yeah, we do a lot.
Very professional.
It's very professional. We have a wonderful also clubhouse, you know, for where they train and where they do. We have cinema. We have.
You've got a cinema?
Yeah, we have a cinema as well. We have, of course, the docks where they all play, and we have a little arena we created. We have a bar, a huge bar, not for alcohol.
Softies only.
Sitting, yeah, some coffee, tea, and some soft drinks.
Well, here we go, Brandon.
Here we go, indeed. This year's eChampions League final will be getting underway very shortly indeed between these 2 names. Let us know who you are predicting for at home in the chat. I mean, Ruud, you looked at the poll as well. It was 50-50 on the poll.
Yes.
I mean, that never normally happens.
Strange, after 8-1 loss or 1. So therefore there must be somebody, must be favored. So if you lost 8-1 is a horrible, horrible defeat. So it's strange that Johnny is not favored.
Little question coming in there, Ruud. Which of your former teammates were the best FC player? Any of your former teammates you think could do it on the stage down there? Any of them think got a little bit on the sticks?
No, I don't know yet. I don't know yet. We have other players also. I don't know.
We'll come back to you.
We come back.
Have a think. Have a think.
Yes.
Favourite teammate on the pitch?
My favorite teammate on the pitch is just because that's difficult to say. I think if in the position that I played, I think Van Basten was my favorite teammate.
Oh, wow.
Because I had a click with him. He was a finisher. I was a provider. I was for assists, so he was great.
Mika there asking a question. What's the best advice a manager has given you before a final? Anything that's sticking out to you?
No. The most important thing is just enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Because you have all the information already before the game. Now it's up to you. Enjoy it.
I suppose you also don't know when you're going to get back to a final.
No, that's why you have to win it. And that's not easy.
What's your favourite moment in your career and why? That question coming in there from Tempurus.
Yeah, the favourite is of course my in '88 when I won for my country. That was my favourite moment, of course, with Milan. The first final Champions League was also awesome, but '88 is the best thing.
Absolutely. Keep those questions coming in at home as well. For everyone watching around the world, Gullit will be joining us, of course, throughout this first 45 minutes. With a small technical pause, we will be getting our grand final underway very shortly indeed, as I believe we could be loading into the game right now. This is it, your eChampions League grand final for this 2024 season. It's Johnny against Levi, SC Paderborn against RB Leipzig, and only one of them will be crowned an eChampions League winner. And Richard, a new name on the trophy.
A new name that's going to be on top of European FC, higher than the rest.
And it's a beautiful trophy, by the way. I had it in my hands. It's heavy. It's beautiful. You want to have it.
When did you touch the trophy? Did you jinx Emre?
No, I
never,
ever touched it beforehand. No, never, ever. But look, the good thing is I won 3 Champions Leagues. I won 2 as a player and 1 as a game
as a manager.
So I have 3.
Well, who knows? Years to come. You might have 4, you might have 5 of how your talent factory has been doing in the Netherlands.
We try to do our best with Team Gullit.
Just see a couple of last-second changes. You want everything to be exactly as you want it. No room for mistakes in the settings, in the camera. You have to be comfortable. You have to be very calm in your surroundings. Johnny, he looks to be getting a little bit frustrated. He's been waiting, what, about an hour to get this game underway?
Yes, for him it's more frustrated than ever. But the thing is, can he get the grip again? Can he get it again? But by the way, what are they listening? Music? What is it?
Music.
Is it music?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Would you listen to music or the sound of the game?
I think they shouldn't be allowed to do that.
Wow.
I think you need to be in the atmosphere of the game.
And hearing us.
Yes, and hearing the crowd, what we hear. So no music. Next, that's the next new rule.
That's the next new rule, is it?
Yes.
That's a rude rule.
Yes, yeah. They should be in the atmosphere to feel the pressure.
It could be an early start.
Oh.
As Johnny gets his first real chance of the game. What can we see from the German giant? Is it going to be an early start from Didier Drogba? Oh! Off the line again, I mean...
Good goalkeeper.
You spoke about it on the build-up route. Corners and crossing, it's so hard to deal with at the moment.
Yes, yes. So therefore, it's a new thing that add to the game, because before it was almost impossible. So everybody had a short corner.
And we've seen, Rich, many games decided on that factor as well, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Those corners is something to work on at home on the training pitch, and make sure that when you get a set play, when you get an opportunity to put the ball in the box, you are maximising your potential.
Johnny still looking for his first breakthrough in this one. Remember, it's our eChampions League Grand Final. $75,000 to whoever comes out top here, and they will join the best in Europe on the list of champions that have been able to pick up this trophy before. The defending champion Emre Yilmaz just lost in that last round to Levi Finn. He was so close to getting back to another grand final again. So was Matthias Bonanno. He lost in the semi-finals on a 92nd minute penalty, which I know, Ruud, you said wasn't a penalty, but...
Yeah, that was a controversial penalty, by the way.
Maybe a chance now. Step over tonight from Schneider.
Oh,
to Drogba!
what a save!
From Donnarumma, who just scoops it off the line. Well, build-up play. Wesley Schneider once again involved. It looked like it was in. You see it put up to the back post. What a save! Donnarumma, you just see the live action there. He does win himself a corner.
I mean, it's all Johnny at the moment. Corner, swinged in, and Donnarumma. A really intense first 10 minutes here, Ruud.
Yes,
How
I like
important is
it.
it just to get on the ball for Levy and just to relax a bit?
Yes, it's almost impossible. But the thing is, it's a lively game, and you know, Levy haven't been on the other side yet. Not only on the half, couldn't be attacking at all. So is this the first attack? Would be unbelievable. Oh.
Just offered too much to Gvardiol there.
I thought that Ronaldo was quicker than that.
I spoke to Montaxarich before the game kicked off when he lost 4-0 when the court answer said, just describe him in one word of how to try and break him down. He just says, in a few words, he's just so good defensively. He sits on this 100th depth that we've learned, and he's so hard to break down. He's so narrow defensively. He's so good.
And I think when you look at the way that he plays, he's so direct. He'll get the ball and he'll look to go long every time. Could be a chance for Levi Finn.
Well, speaking of Levi,
oh my God!
First
time
too
in.
Wide. Can he try and pull it back in? Cancelo lofts it in. Wins a corner. It's his first one in this grand final. We know where this one's probably going to end up. Didier Drogba on the defensive and the offensive side, trying to get into the right area. Taking his time on this one. Lofted in towards the front post. Maybe took a little bit too long on that one.
I think so, yeah. Already time wasting.
That long ball, it's on every time. Bastian Schweinsteiger.
Drogba. For Johnny, big save again. Donnarumma, who's called into action.
Unbelievable.
He's had a busy 15 minutes, hasn't he?
Really well. I must say that Donnarumma plays better here than in real life. He had not a good season, Donnarumma. So therefore, here he is excellent.
Well, this is broken nicely for Levi Finn. Lofted up to Drogba. There's the head down, back to Arnaud. On the post, on the rebound. Still doesn't go in.
How has that not ended in the back of the net?
Levi Finn with his first real proper chance of the game. Lofted in again. Drogba is there, and it's The defensive dropper of Johnny that does enough of Gavardiol.
We've got to see that again when we get a break in play.
I mean, we're not even getting a chance to breathe here at the moment.
Well,
both players, I mean, this was the chance, Ruud. How has this not gone in?
Unbelievable. Oh, yeah. You're going to regret it later. But I tell you, Levy didn't touch the trophy.
Musiala. Back to R9, this is Johnny still. Company stands in his way. 1-2 big tackles. Lofted it in. Donnarumma's there, of course he is.
It's a man of the match performance so far from Donnarumma.
I know, he's a busy man.
I think you can just see the intent, especially in sort of the pressing areas of the pitch. Both players really know how important this first goal could be as well. Just to settle the nerves.
There.
I mean, we keep talking about it because we will. These two played in the grand final for the virtual Bundesliga this year. Johnny won 8-1. Of course, the game just swung away towards the end of it, but still, that was only a couple of months ago. What this could be? Is the onside, Drogba?
Just offside.
A goalkeeper did well, even though it was offside.
Just starting to see Johnny get into his groove a little bit with those switches of play, but Levy is defending very, very well at the moment. Didier Drogba, he's in every single team.
He's very good, eh?
Such a menace in the air. His finishing, his ability on the ball.
Far-hand side could be an option to switch the play, but it over. Oh, no, oh, it's brilliant from Levy. One more pass, and he needs to go back inside. Cancelo! Oh, it's gone in!
I thought he overplayed it.
I thought it was in the net, in the side net.
We're seeing on the replay, did so well here.
Yes, why did he give it?
Played the one-more deflection. He's got
deflection.
very fortunate there of a time group finish, which has come off the body of a defender.
He can't believe himself. He can't believe it himself. Here he goes. Yeah,
Levy Finland's by 1-0. I mean, you take it in a final.
You take it. Anything.
And I'm sure there'll be stats out there, but to my knowledge, I don't really recall Johnny losing in a lot of games. Him going 1-0 down, 2-0 down. So it will be very interesting to see how he can get back into this game. Kiki17 asks you a question. How can I join Team Hullet?
Oh, just play well, be seen, and then you have a chance.
And they'll find you.
They find you, yeah.
Is there a team you wished you played for from Georgia?
No. Yes, I'm happy with my guy. Oh my God. Oh, what are you doing? You didn't need to do that. No, I'm happy with the teams I've played for.
33 minutes gone here in our eChampions League final. Just on your point, Richard, you're right. What has he conceded? It's goals in total in the eChampions League throughout this whole tournament. He defensively has been so strong. Trivela!
Oh my God!
Mbappe!
Outside foot. Oh my God.
We'll bring Johnny back into the tie.
I like that one.
You wanted to see some skill, some goals outside the box.
Oh, it's fantastic, by the way. And by the way, that is not the angle that he scores normally, and he always scores from the left, but it's good as well. Ay, ay, ay.
A bit of a difference of expression there from Levy Finn.
Yes.
And just like that, the grand final comes alive here in London. It really is the ultimate chance to get revenge for Levy Finn. Because yes, he lost in the virtual Bundesliga to Johnny, but also Johnny won the club championship as well. They stole the trophy off RB for the first time in quite a few years.
It's a lovely pass.
Load on the far-hand side of your screen as well. Gavardiol, Pirlo, interchanging, finds the feet of R9. This is Levy Finn, nice step over exit. Defended well.
I want to ask you, Ruud, Pirlo's been so good in these teams.
Yes, he's a good player.
What a player.
Yeah, he had the vision. He had an unbelievable sense of playing. So therefore, good to see him on the team.
He's been such a popular choice in these eChampions League
and his
teams.
choices of passes. Oh.
Drogba, can he tease out a few defenders? Second man press there, aggressive. from Johnny. Look how narrow and tight that defensive 4-4-1-1 is. Well, how good it's been throughout this whole tournament for him. R9, can he go one-on-one? You see the... Oh! Reverse elastic! Oh! And speaking of Pirlo...
Great competition, guys. Great game.
He won't get an easier goal than that. I mean,
He deserved a goal.
Levy's had 2 pretty routine finishes. Look, brilliant reverse elastico there from R9. He deserved more. Donnarumma.
Oh, okay. It's a Donnarumma. Not great. No, we should have done better, but you know.
You earn a little bit of luck when you...
Oh, you need it.
The skill was unbelievable.
Yeah, but the skill was fantastic. Look, he's quiet again. Different expression.
He's doing better than he did 2 months ago.
Yeah. He's doing well.
Just on this as well, Rich. Johnny's never been in this scenario.
No.
Has he? Throughout the Champions League.
He's not been trailing in games. He's not been up against it. How does he deal with adversity? Could he crumble at the Champions League?
If he can make the most of this chance, Levy Finn, he might just be crumbling. He took out the Champions League winner on his semi-finals with a very convincing scoreline. Last chance of the half, added time of 1 minute. Wesley Sneijder could try and thread the ball through to R9, defended well by Company, no free kick given there, and that will do us for a half-time in the Champions League final. 2-1 Levy leads.
Very well.
It's the man that's not touched the trophy.
I know. Look, if he wins it, we know what the reason was. No, he plays well as well, but most of the time, there's no player touch the trophy when they enter to the pitch. Nobody.
The mental side of the game is so important as well when you're down there, because they've all got the ability on the sticks, they all know the mechanics.
Yes.
Keeping you cool in this scenario is so important.
You need to be patient, and that is difficult because you want to press, you want to get as quickly on the scoreboard. But patience, yes. Good defending, then try to keep the ball. For him, it's important for Levy to stay patient.
If you were to read both players sort of looking at the facial expressions, how they're acting.
You know, Levy's calm now. You can see that Johnny is up for it. Yeah, he wants to start. He wants to, you know, get back into the game. And here we are.
Well, Ruud, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the Champions League. Any final words before you leave us?
No, you know, keep on going what you're doing. I enjoy it, and you know, it's a good game. It's fantastic to watch. Oh!
Thank you, Ruud.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. The wise words of Ruud Gullit there, who will be only praying. Hello! Johnny makes it.
2-2.
2-2 instantly as Ruud Gullit leaves us here. What I wanted to say, Richard, is that he'll be hoping that the SBC for the icon. It is Gullit that does get chosen. 2 minutes into this half, and we are all square again.
I'm not really sure how this substitution came about, but we've lost Ruud Gullit, and somehow we've managed to sub in Ryan Pessoa.
He's not won a Champions League.
We might have got one of the biggest downgrades we've ever seen. But I'm here.
We've gone from 94 rated icon to Ryan Pessoa.
However, has Ruud Gullit ever gone 20-1 champs?
That's the question you got to ask yourself.
I don't think he has, but I've joined you guys. It's been great to watch it.
Let's look in.
Yeah, let's go.
Right, Pessoa with us now for the second half of action. 2-2 here as we said in our grand final between these two German players that have played so many times this year. Only one of them can be crowned eChampions League winner. Drogba. For Johnny, is he about to go in front of Mbappe with a side tackle-esque finish? That nearly found his way in.
Yeah, it wasn't conventional, but this could be.
Drogba all the time. Unfortunately, not the accuracy.
Let's have another look at this chance that fell Johnny's way. The first touch for Mbappe was just a little bit heavy.
Heavy touch there.
What have you made of this so far, Ryan? I know you've been watching.
Yeah, I think that, to be honest, I've been impressed with Levy Finn offensively, even though I feel like he's overplayed it a few times. Even the goal that he did score, I feel like he overplayed it a little bit, but he's still been breaking through the defence. What a ball that is.
What a pass.
It's all in the air from Johnny at the moment, lofted into the box. Donnarumma gets down to ground and just does enough.
Yeah, he must like his aviation, Johnny, because when he's in the air, everything is unbelievable.
He's got so much love as well for that Sebastian Schweinsteiger right that he used all throughout the virtual Bundesliga.
Yep.
and he still found a way to cram him into this team. Drogba, R9, Schneider. Mbappe will turn. It's a one-more pass into the right back of Musiala, who red times to finish. And he does win a corner for his efforts, though. Front post flick on, he's there, and of course, Didier Drogba is as well. 3-2, Johnny leads for the first time in this grand final.
Yeah, the goal itself is pretty simple, but I love the way it plays across the pitch.
Yeah.
You're getting everyone involved. I think it actually started with his left back. He goes left back, left mid, centre mid, left striker, all the way over to Musiala, who's playing at right back. The width across the pitch is really impressive.
He just makes it look like it's so easy to break through Levy Finn's defence. A lot of options going forward, and as you said, a corner. We know how effective Johnny's been in this tournament from set pieces.
We're getting into the back end of the year now. Are we going to see more players trying this 4-4-1-1, do you think?
I don't know. I would doubt it, if I'm being honest. I wouldn't be surprised in people testing it out. Obviously, that's what practice is there for. But in tournaments, unless you're comfortable with it, as Johnny is right now, almost getting through the defence of Levy Finn, then I'm not sure. I don't think a lot of players will try to change their play style this late on.
Levy Finn, back to you, my friend. Can he tie this game up one more time? Cancelo, Mbappe. Mbappe still just weaving his way around the balls, cuts it back, no one's there. He was crying out for anyone.
Do you know what? It's really unlucky that.
There's no one there. No one caught him.
I like the response from Levy Finn, I've got to be honest. He went 3-2 down. I say that, he's just giving the ball away in a terrible area. But he was starting to play a little bit again.
And he's sort of done well with just stretching Johnny about defensively. There was a massive gap open there on the right-hand side. Pedri wins it back, not for that long, because Johnny's just on you.
Schneider as well. I don't think anyone else really used him.
Superb.
He's been incredible for him at centre-forward.
And on top of that as well, the only player to play Musiala as a right-back. Here's a big chance. R9 round the goal. See you later.
Textbook free kick from Stuart Arms.
Yeah, Johnny made use of it, standing up and celebrating. We're quite high up here. He'd almost give me a handshake from him just standing up there. He's roars over Levy Finn, but that's a huge goal, Richard.
The big man very close to bringing it home for Paderborn. Just hear the fans as well, letting themselves be heard here.
It still feels ridiculous. I still remember the story of Johnny. Last year, turned up at the playoffs, qualified for the World Championship.
Yeah.
This year, might not have made the FC Pro Open by any means, but then won the Club Championship in Germany, won the Virtual Bundesliga in Germany, qualified then through that for this, and then the FC Pro World Championships, and he's just peaking at the perfect times.
Yeah, exactly. He's been superb.
There's some players that pick up the game really well quickly. I think Tex is one of those.
Yeah.
The game comes out September, October. He's the best in the world for a little period of time. Johnny, Tom Lees, I think is another one. It takes him a little bit of time. Yeah. How do I want to play? Is there a formation that I like? Is discover the 4-4-1-1? How do I want to get the best use of play styles? And once you start to see players really, I'm going to say master the mechanics, that's when Johnny, that's when Tom, that's when Manu Bashore, Levi David really push through.
Yeah.
I think Bonanno is another one of those players.
Levy Finn to keep this interested towards Drogba at the back post. That's going to go out for a goal kick. The chance is going to be wasted. Out of the 8 players that made it through to the Champions League final, only 2 of them are playing in their first ever Champions League. Johnny was one of those players. To win it in his first year would be remarkable. Drogba back inside, he might just be on his way to win this year's eChampions League. And you speak about mastering the mechanics, Richard, he's just mastered this 4-4-1-1 in this Champions League format with 50 million coins. He knows every single single players, attributes, play style pluses, the areas to find them in.
On the other side of the stage, Levy Finn had a great first half. Has he just switched off ever so slightly, or is Johnny gone into gear 6?
I'd argue it's a combination of both. I would say Levy Finn this half has given away possession
so many times.
An unbelievable amount of times, especially in the build-up play and transition. And obviously someone against the likes of Johnny, he capitalises a lot, he crosses a lot, long ball passes. You don't want to give him possession in the midfield with his marquee players.
When I had the opportunity to talk to Johnny earlier in that interview by the telestration board, doing a little bit of analysis on his games, he just seemed to be really feeling like this for his tournament. And I think you get that aura sometimes around players. We all three of us saw him live in person at the virtual Bundesliga. And again, no one really got close to him during the VBL finals.
"15 minutes away is Johnny, and SC Paderborn from right in there.
Oh, hold on.
Name in the Champions League history. Levy Finn needs to make the most of this one. R9 ducking and diving the tackles.
He's done really well to get a shot away.
Need something here.
Got to be perfect. See the Drogba against Drogba in the box.
Whipped all the way across. By the looks of it, unfortunately, the heartbreak for RB Leipzig will continue this year. I've been so close to so many major trophies. Pirlo sending everyone packing. Drogba needs to do well here. It's blocked off R9, and it's another attack that Johnny survives.
A little shake of the head, Ryan. You think there could have been a better option?
Yeah, I thought maybe he was going to play for the pass on the overlap. I thought that was a key one. But maybe, again, he'd done that to sort of... That overlap could have been just a decoy and force Johnny to commit and try and jockey it. He just didn't bite. Exactly that. He done well to not rush a defender out to try and cut the pass.
We're trying to work out between the two players which one Johnny would prefer more, Schweinsteiger or Drogba. Unbelievable for him.
The cream has very much risen to the top here in the second half.
Truly remarkable from this unbeaten player that we kept on talking about, this unbeaten streak. Hasn't lost a game since that virtual Bundesliga grand final in Cologne just a few months ago, and cruised through the group stages. Even when there was question marks over him in the tournament today against Matthias Banana, he still pulled through somehow.
That was his final for me. I think when he probably looked at the other side of the bracket, he'll probably never admit this, but we've seen enough of this.
Just to even to boost confidence.
The best clubs in Europe pursue this dream every season, and every action and reaction we have live. The UEFA Champions League on SportsMax, SportsMax 2 and the SportsMax app all season long.
Why do we love football?
Because out there, on that pitch, we're all the same.
People look at stories through different lenses. I have my own take on some of these trending issues. Hi, I'm Mariah Ramharak and welcome to In Case You Missed It.
Sports fans, get off the sidelines and join the action with Just Bet. Bet on your favorite teams anywhere online at www.supremegames.com or visit one of our 100 locations island-wide. With enough games and the best odds, you can win big with Just Bet. Be a part of the game. Feel the thrill of winning. Join the action with Just Bet. Must be 18 years old or to bet. Game responsibly.
Totally Male has been around since 1994. Our primary focus is the aesthetic upgrading of all males. Our highly skilled team of women are trained, professional, and committed to first-class customer service. Centrally located at 6 Windsor Avenue, New Kingston, Jamaica. Totally Male is your man cave, where we offer cable, private rooms, and a beverage of your choice while you're being pampered. Totally Male, a woman's touch for the exceptional man.
The best clubs in Europe pursue this dream every season. And every action and reaction we have live. The UEFA Champions League on SportsMax, SportsMax 2 and the SportsMax app all season long.
SportsMax's broadcast of European football is brought to you by Enterprise Rent a Car, UEFA Europa Conference League official partner.
The climax. All roads leads to Wembley. It's been 27 years since Dortmund lifted this trophy. For the Magistas, 15 has a new ring to it. The UEFA Champions League final. Dortmund. Real Madrid. It goes live Saturday, June 1st, 2 p.m., 3 p.m. ECT on SportsMax and on the app.
In the group stage of the competition. Interesting, the contrasting emotions inside the dressing room. Game faces on. Some trying to relax, have a joke, but it is nearly business time. The final of the Europa Conference League. third final since the inception of the Europa Conference League, and it's just as anticipated as ever. Olympiacos competing in their first ever European final could become the first Greek side in history to lift a European trophy. Fiorentina, still hurting from last season's final defeat to West Ham United, have gone 13 games unbeaten in Europe to secure their place in the final for a second successive year. To both Olympiacos and Fiorentina this evening, this means everything.